The death is announced of Mary Antoinette Maitre, also known as Loretta, formerly of East London Hackney, but resided at New Development, Soufrière, who passed away at her residence on Friday, 1st August 2014 at 5:20 p.m. She was 70 years old. She leaves to mourn one son, Desmond Maitre of New Development, Soufrière, 6 sisters, Flora and Veronica Edward of Miami, Monique Lorenzen of St. Croix, Ramona Edward Calix of Soufrière, who was also her caretaker, Jeanette and Susan Dennis of London, 8 brothers, Alan and Thomas Edward of Miami, John and Linus Edward of St. John, USVI, Johnson John of Chateau Belair, Soufrière, Simon, Peter and Michael Dennis of London, sisters-in-law, Gloria and Doreen Edward of Miami, Rosalind and Jacinta Edward of St. John, Adela John of Chateau Belair, Delia and Mary Pamphil of Montillon-Choiseul, brothers-in-law, Francis Lorenzen of St. Croix, Andrew Calix, also known as Rasai of Soufrière, nieces, Sanika, Julianne, Tamara, Aloysia, Randy, Anazilta and Arletta of Miami, Leander Edward, Kasha Felix, Natasha Wilson and Dorcas Louisi of Soufrière, Perlin Serrier of St. Croix, Lynn Lorenzen of Orlando, Melissa and Jonalyn Edward of Colorado, Bianca and Carolina Edward of St. John, Charlene Shalry of Montjac, Anella John of Chateau Belair, Vanessa, Kenny, Laureen and Jada Dennis of London, nephews Curtis, Siobhan, Desmond, Kendall, Peter and Tyler Edward of Miami, Andre Calix, Malcolm Clifford, Askia and Anius Edward of Soufrière, Teclas Edward residing in Miku, Lawrence and Tony Lorenzen in St. Croix, Janarius St. Louis in Virginia, John, Ned, Shemial and Clyde Edward of St. John, Kendon, Tennyson and Jensen of Chateau Belair, Ajani Edward, Stephen Dennis, Lewis, Adam and Kai, Kenny of London, Ninas Shalry of Montjac, cousins Lange Haynes, Delicia Pamphil, Ralph and Mary Small of Forgelib, Annetta Marius and Paula Pamphil of Castries, Lucille and Epiphan Haynes of Bocage, Peter Pamphil of New York, June and Felix and Bryce of Myersbridge, Madeline Mash, Catherine Mafra, Alberta Edward, Gregory Edward, Nelbert, Deborah, Martin Shabatis, Nicodemus Shalry, Brenda Eugene of St. John, Desmond Shalry of St. Thomas, Marlene, Vincent and Angelina Shalry of New York. Relatives and friends including Ruth Alexander of Church Street, Soufrière, who was also her caretaker, Linda Dennis of New Development, Francisca Casabo of New Development, Lucia Nuptial and family of Forgelib, Sheila Maximin and family of High Street, Soufrière, Donna Samuel of New Development, Miss Ina Inglis of Mulashik, Viewfort, Mr. and Mrs. Gill of New Development, Soufrière, Miss Anne of London, Mary Mafra, also known as Tata of London, Dr. Alexis of Soufrière, her neighbors, Miss Gertrude Casabo and Mr. and Mrs. Février. Other relatives and friends including the St. Louis family of Soufrière and Castries, the Dennis family of Forgelib, the Small family of Forgelib, Cathy Osman and family of Moncion, the Haynes family of Soufrière, Forgelib and Bocage, the Charlemagne family of Fort-Saint-Jacques, Soufrière and Castries, the Alexander family of Forgelib, the Pamphil family of Moncion, the Lorenzen family of Castries and Choiseul, the Shalry family of Montjac, the USA and the USVI. Members of the 1953 Jubilee Group. The funeral service of the late Mary Antoinette Maitre, better known as Loretta, formerly of East London, Hackney, but resided at New Development, Soufrière, will be held on Friday, 15th August 2014 at the Lady of the Assumption Roman Catholic Church in Soufrière at 2:30 p.m. The body will then be laid to rest at the Margaret O'Brien Private Cemetery, Latony, Vieux-Fort. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort. May her soul rest in perfect peace.